I think that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense, because another person I want to draw a parallel with, and you might need to go on a journey with me here, is a guy called Cody Rhodes, professional wrestler who helped usher in the AEW versus WWE feud. He had his moment in the ring where he yelled, "I went from undesirable to ungoddamn deniable." And the journey he went through draws a lot of parallels for you, because I think no one ever disputed that there was greatness there. It's just that it's this, is there the right catalyst? Is this the right opportunity? And then you give him the opportunity to dictate it on his terms, and he delivers.
Yeah,
And in the same way, you did the same thing. And I think that's another reason why a lot of fans are gravitating towards you, is because you're not just going on this journey, not just improving battle to battle, but you point and say, "I'm going to do that," and then you do it. And you do it with such conviction, and you do it with a confidence, but it's not a swagger, arrogant, "this makes me better than you" confidence. It's irrespective of whether or not you like me doing this or you don't like me doing this. This is what I'm going to do because I know I can, and I'm going to. So my question is, do you feel like you've had that undeniable moment yet, where everyone kind of turned to each other and went, "Fucking Bizzo's the fucking man"? Or do you think, in your own words, is that still yet to come? Is that still a moment on the horizon where everyone unilaterally turns to each other and goes, "Holy shit, Biz is the fucking man"?
I think it's coming. I don't think it's here yet. I think it's definitely on the way though. The Cody Rhodes comparison, until you explained it, is a very perfect analogy of how my journey's gone very, very similar. I tried to make it in a brand that was the brand of the industry in terms of going.
Had its own brand, and it had its own market. No,
Yeah.
you guys have got to do this way, man. We have Luna over here, he's doing this. We've got Shotty over here, and these guys are really successful. So if you could all kind of tweak your styles to kind of mirror and match it, could you do a couple of gimmick battles for us? Biz, how would you like to do a rap battle and a hog pen match? Battle. And then suddenly you go to Premier Battles, and it's, "No, we just want you to put on a show of lyrics. We want you to take people on journeys and really go at each other,"
Yeah,
and
man.
you excel. It's not a surprise, is it?
It's a very good. It's a very good comparison. It's very relatable, because as you can see, I think I see it more as Cody walking away from WWE, kind of embarrassed. He was in his Stardust moment when it happened. There wasn't really much more for him there. He walked away not knowing what the future would hold, and then he's gone to another promotion where he's worked on himself and built his character, and he's made this character which is like a complete embodiment of the real him, whereas I was always the same way. I was always portraying a character I hadn't worked out yet, and for me to then go away and work on that before coming to Premier Battles, and then I feel like I've come back into the top franchise that there is in battle rap at this moment in time, which is PV, and just let my character out, and now it's at a point where people are all recognizing and understanding. But in answer to your question, I do think that day is actually that day will be here soon, I think, because I feel like there aren't many people that are kind of like catching on me. I feel like I'm here, and I feel like a lot of people are running behind me here and trying to get to me, but I continue to go that way. Whereas in normal instances, you'll see a battler who will get to the position that I'm in and kind of take the foot off the accelerator and say, "Oh, it doesn't matter because I'm the champion," and then they might go into a Tony D battle and completely fuck it and choke for a round or whatever. And I can't let that happen. I've worked too hard over the last 2 years for me to not obsess over winning every battle that I'm in, and that'll never change. Even at times when life is a struggle, which there are occasions. There was times during the Tony battle where things were happening outside of the battle rap world, which were difficult to deal with, and the same with the Thesaurus battle now. But the obsession overcomes the trials and tribulations and the background noise, if you will, and that'll be forever be a trait that that I've embodied and will maintain throughout the course of being a battle rapper at this moment in time. And that day will come eventually, but I feel like I'm still so far away from being the person that I want to be, the battle rapper that I want to be. I still feel like I've still got so much more improvement to make and so much more to give for people to have that, to make that statement about me. But I do think that it will come soon. I think I'll be a step closer after battling Thesaurus, definitely.
100%, because if nothing else, the reason I agree with you is, even though you've given magnificent performances and the reactions speak for themselves, I still think, even with, like, the Bobby Rex battle, for instance, then into Tony D as two parallels of situations where, you know, people are expecting a certain level from your opponent, and yet they're surprised almost that you're not only hanging but excelling and in many ways outpacing. The day when people walk into a battle and they go, "No, man, I think it's Bizzo," you know what I mean? That hasn't happened yet, and that's not a disrespect to you in the slightest, because that speaks to, right, because you're almost saying, right, this is the pinnacle and this is where I am right now, there's no one close. I still have a ways to go. So you guys all have an incentive to come on this journey with me now, because who knows where it can fucking end up. Maybe, you know, the golden age of battle rap, turns out it's not actually the golden age of battle rap. Maybe it's still to come, and we've just yet to figure out a lot of this stuff from the perspective of, again, from the AEW comparison. There was no guarantees that was going to be a success, even with the backing of someone like, in this case, Shotty Horror and Briggsy, kind of giving it the shot in the arm that it needed and giving it the polish and the presentation and the clarity of the ideas and assembling a roster that they have. There's still no successes. It still requires performers to give people moments and incentives to come back for the next one. And you are doing that. Every battle, I can't tell you the number of people that I saw quoting that guy after your battle, because that's a moment where everyone went, they had that moment where they went, fucking that Bizzo's the man. Like, and that's, like you say, you've still got a way to go before that's something where you go, watch this, man. He's coming with something. He's coming with some sauce, and you need to be there when it happens.
The resume this year alone speaks for itself, in terms of the levels that are being set and the consistency as well. For my first battle this year was Real Deal, which was in Las Vegas. It was on arguably one of the biggest battle rap cards of the year, certainly the biggest one for King of the Dot so far. Whether or not they do an event in Canada before the year's out, who knows? They might do a blackout, or, you know, they might do a big event to sign the year off if they can, depending on restrictions that are currently in place in that country. So until then, it's the biggest card of the year. The main event was for $100,000. It was filled with absolute A-list and royalty of battle rap. And I battled the King of the Dot champ, and in my opinion, beat the King of the Dot champ as well. Which no UK battler has ever battled the King of the Dot champion. It's never happened before. And to arguably beat them, which I do feel like I did on the day.
Let me clarify this. He beat him. There's no arguing. He beat him. Sorry, your understatedness shall not stand, sir. He won.
It's the subjective, man.
No, it's not. He won.
I definitely feel like I won. So I'm glad you agree. So that means I did.